let me ask you this, because if I'm understanding you correctly as well, is that whether Islam is a religion of peace or a religion of war would then determine or be determined entirely by the interpretation of the Quranic passages. So, who's in charge of what is the right interpretation?
First, let me answer the first question. Yes, the extremists are as much following Quranic passages as the doves. Let's make that clear. They are following the Quran. It's just that they are following one type of passages and the doves are following another type of passages. And there is no central authority, especially among Sunni Muslims. There's no clerical hierarchy to say that what you're saying is wrong and what he's saying is right. So in a way, it has its strengths and weaknesses, but currently each person, you might say, makes his own interpretation. One of the first things that I hope can happen out of this discussion, Michael, is that Muslims realize the recognition or realize the importance of trying to put the Quran in chronological order to determine what was the context in which Muhammad said so and so, and then a completely opposite message at another time.
I understand what you're saying, and I would only offer that the misinterpretations of sacred texts would not be limited just to Islam. I mean, we certainly, even within Christianity, we see people that take particular portions of the Bible and then they handle snakes or what have you, and, because they think that's a demonstration of what they've read. So, we're not picking on Islam. We're simply saying something very fundamental here, which is that in your view, the fact that it is not chronological and does not display the evolution of his pattern of thought towards the end of his life is a huge issue.
It is.
Okay, well, I also, when I was doing my research, I encountered a word, and I will probably butcher it, but it regards critical thinking in Islam, and I believe it's pronounced Jihad. Is that correct?
Ijtihad. Yeah,
it's Jihad. Okay, explain what that is. And some people would argue that they don't seem to see a lot of critical thinking in Islam, but explain what this is and what its place in Islam is.
You're asking a very good question, Michael. Ijtihad means introspection, soul searching, and things of that sort. And this was a strong point among Muslims for a period of time. But then imagine that some group of people, I'm sure they had the right intentions in mind, they determined and said that henceforth ijtihad will stop. So they put a curtain on that. And so in a way, Muslims then got away from doing ijtihad and just following what had been done previously. And I believe, therefore, I think it was unfortunate that ijtihad was brought to a close by some human beings, good intentions, but wrong conclusion. And I think Muslims should go back and reinvent, or not reinvent, but rediscover ijtihad. There's much, much, much soul searching that Muslims have to do.
And how long ago or how recently ago was this done away with?
I would say, and I'm guessing now, maybe 500-600 years ago.
Holy cow. Well, okay, now we're talking about a lot of time here in which for this, for critical thinking to be not part of the process.
Yeah.